And let's see, we're going back to not that long ago. This is, looks like only a month ago. This is last month, middle of last month. Angela needs a second date update with a guy named Steven, and we're going to try to help her out. Hi, Angela.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing great. Let's see if we can get you a second date with Steven. Take us from the beginning. Tell us how you met him and how the first date went. We'll go from there.
So I met him on Match, and he's a great guy. I haven't had a date like this in forever. We went out to a really nice dinner, totally hit it off. I felt like it was the beginning of something really great. He has all the qualities I'm looking for. Employed. That's always a good one.
Employed is big.
Okay.
It's amazing how important that becomes after you've dated somebody that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also like employed in a job that he loves and he's passionate about. He has a car. He owns his own townhome. He likes to travel. He plays freaking pickleball, which I do too. I mean, it was all the important things for me.
I love this. Has a car and a job.
And a place to
I
live.
know.
I mean, your checklist is legit.
No criminal record. It's great.
You have to
Wow.
be specific.
You know, we laughed a lot. He flirted with me a lot. You know, we talked about all the kinds of things we could do together. There were so many signs that we were going to, get together again. Like, not just have another date, but like this was going to be something great. It was one of those dates where as soon as I got out of my car and left, I called my sister and I told her I was getting a new boyfriend. So,
Yeah.
which is random for me. I don't do that. So I'm really confused and bummed. And I texted him a couple times, literally nothing back. So I'm hoping he'll pick up the phone for you.
Okay. I'm not going to challenge you on any of this stuff because I'm assuming you've checked him out. So when you say he's a good guy, aside from the way he treated you, I mean, have we done a background check on this guy? Have we looked into him, done a little Google search, sniffed around?
I mean, I haven't hired a private detective, but I did do a Google search and a little background. I think it's a good thing to do in general nowadays.
You checked that Facebook page to make sure that...
Oh, yeah.
The minor stalking.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. It's approved.
Yeah.
Okay. How was it left? Did he kiss you goodnight? You guys end up at your place or his place?
No, we did the really sweet first date little kiss on the cheek. I'm also a bit of an old-fashioned girl. I'm not the kind of person who personally likes to take someone home at the first date. So he was really sweet. He was really respectful. But we're standing there on my porch, talking for a really long time, and then it was sort of hard to pull ourselves away, kind of a thing.
That's nice.
Okay.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll call Steven and see what he thought of Angela and his date with her. And if there's any chance of these two getting together again, a second date update continues now. Angela and Steven had this great date, nice dinner, great guy, doesn't seem to be an a-hole. He's got a job, car, his own place. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
He seems like an outstanding human.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was in no hurry to leave the date, even though they didn't sleep together.
Would you have if he would have made a move?
No, and it's just a personal thing for me. It's not something that I enjoy doing on a first date. I'm a little old-fashioned, but yeah, that's just me personally. But certainly was potentially looking forward to it in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's not responding to your calls, then chances are we're not going to get there. So let's try to figure out why he's not responding to your text or phone calls. You ready to call him?
Yeah, thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Steven.
Yes, it is.
It's Jeff and Jen, along with Fritch and Tim at Q102. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Everything all right?
Quick welfare check. Everybody good?
I'm okay.
Yeah, good morning.
A little tired, but
Hi,
that's all right.
Steven.
I'm doing okay.
You got a few minutes?
What's this all about?
Well, we talked to an admirer of yours. We spoke with Angela, who you went to dinner with recently, and she had a lot of great things to say about you.
Oh, no. I've heard about these before. They never go good for the guy.
That's not true.
That isn't true. Second dates happen.
This could be the one.
Yeah, this could be it.
Unless you know something we don't.
Well, I mean, she's a great girl. I just don't think it's going to work out between us.
You sure about that? Because you didn't seem like you were in any hurry to leave that night.
Well, I mean, I was kind of giving it my all, the first date and all, but she's just a little too independent.
Too independent?
I mean, she goes off and does stuff by herself all the time. Hiking, biking, kayaking, dinner, concert, all by herself. It's just a little
because
weird.
she's not with anybody, right? She's probably looking for a partner or someone you do those things with, no?
It seems like she's just perfectly happy on her own.
Well, is that a bad thing?
Well, yeah, when we talked about it, she really said she really likes her freedom. So that kind of gave me, some uneasy feelings.
Meaning what? You don't think she wants to be in a relationship at all, or she just likes doing things on her own without necessarily having a partner there with her?
Well, yeah, at any time she could just be, comparing me to not just another guy or something, but also the fact that she doesn't even need me and she could be on her own.
Well, think about it this way. She's off doing her things. So when she sees you, she's got some cool stories so you guys can discuss and have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and that gives you opportunities to go hang out with your friends.
It is the perfect time for you to do all the things that she doesn't like doing. I mean, like the buggy trips that Scott goes on. I'm like,
Right.
babe, you absolutely, you go do your thing.
It's just not for me.
So
Steven,
you don't have friends that you'd like to go do things with? When you're in a relationship, you just want it to be you and her all the time together, doing stuff, doing everything together?
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely at the beginning, yeah, I don't want to, I've just been down this road before. She's just a little too independent, and I'm always going to be second guessing myself when I ask her out, and, and then if she goes somewhere else and wants to do something else, I'm going to be offended by it.
You're not that insecure,
when
Steve.
I was going to say the same thing.
No offense. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't believe you're that needy.
Are you?
No, I mean, I don't think I'm insecure. I just don't want to be with someone who's essentially an island, someone that's going to be able to go off and do things by themselves and not, put our relationship first. I want to be with someone who puts our relationship first and wants to be with me.
Wow, that's interesting.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay. We want to bring Angela into the conversation because we got her on the line. Angela, you still with us?
Yeah.
What caused him to walk away with this impression? Like, what did you say that left him with the impression that you don't want to do couples stuff?
I'm kind of really perplexed because, I mean, we talked about, things that we enjoy doing. And obviously it came up that I'm not in a relationship at the moment. And he did ask me a few times, like, so who are you doing these things with? And I'm like, I just, I'll go do it alone and just, have fun and spend some me time. And I'm really confused by this reaction because the thing is, like, sure, I'm happy alone, but that's exactly how it should be. Like, I don't need a man to complete me. Like, I'm already complete. I'm not, like, desperate to get in a relationship because I'm drowning without a man. But I would think that that's how you would want a woman to be. Like, I don't, like, desperately need you because I need a boyfriend. Like, I choose to be in a relationship because I like you and I want to be with you and I want to spend time with you because I'm choosing it, not because I'm desperate. And just because I go and do things alone doesn't mean that if I don't find somebody that I want to do those things with, that won't then, clearly be the priority.
So would you call yourself a feminist?
What?
Well,
Dude.
I was going to mention it earlier, but it kind of sounded like maybe he wanted his woman to be at home in the kitchen.
Yeah, it does feel
But
like
I didn't want to
that.
be that guy, but I was kind of picking up on a little of that earlier.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very similar to her. Like, I want to have my own time and do my own things. And I feel like that's what guys want. Most of them want you to have your own time to do your own things.
Because they want to do their own thing.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm totally not that girl to have an issue with, like, if you want to go out and have, like, guys' night. And likewise, if I don't know, want to go hiking or something and that's not your thing, I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to be pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do. It's like, okay, cool. It's not your thing. I'll go take a hike. You go, hang out with the guys and then we'll go, have dinner and a movie and it'll be great. But in answer to your question,
in my experience is that's just going to lead to conflict, where it's going to be this constant battle of is this genuine? Is it not? Would she rather be somewhere else?
Would you prefer
here now?
Would you prefer a clingy girl who, like, literally won't let you do anything alone? and drags you along.
Yeah, I guess I would at this stage of my life. If you want to call it clingy, I want someone that's going to be on board for the relationship. Full on.
That's exactly what I am, but I am because I'm choosing it, not because I'm desperate to be with any guy that'll have me. And if by feminist, by the way, you mean an intelligent, capable, independent, complete woman, then yeah, I'm a feminist.
I love her.
Yeah, gotta
Okay.
go.
Oh,
It's
dude.
been real, bro.
Yep.
Listen, man, my wife, Kristen, is Angela in the sense that she would love to include you. If you want to join, would love to have you. The more the merrier. But
Yeah.
if you can't make it, she doesn't need another person to validate that experience. She's doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
She's going.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
She's not afraid to go to a restaurant by herself
Well,
or
see,
go
and
to a
that's
concert
something,
by herself.
and that's something that
Yeah.
I think comes. That confidence in doing that comes with age, and the fact that she's like doing all of that stuff right now. I never would have when I was dating gone to eat by myself, but she's doing all of that now.
Except weddings. She does drag me to weddings.
She does make you go.
Outside of that.
We do get to drive separately, and I can leave whenever I want.
That's right.
But
There's always a negotiation.
Yes. Wow. Okay. So it doesn't look
Wanting
like
different
this-
things. Yep.
Yes. Yes. Well, Stephen, thank you for taking the call.
Thank you. Sorry. Best of luck to you.
It's all good. Rather find out now. Angela, appreciate you putting yourself out there.
Yeah, well, thank you for your help. I appreciate it. This is definitely not what I was expecting.
No, nor us.
Well, the sad thing, though, is there's a lot of guys that kind of feel the same way. So it kind of feels like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, I guarantee if I were one of those clingy girlfriends, I wouldn't be hearing back because I was too clingy. It's like,
Right.
nothing you can do to win.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are those guys too. And Stephen didn't really indicate this, but like, God forbid you want a night out with your girlfriends.
Right.
yeah,
Well, I'm sure that he wants to have guys' nights out with his guys
Yeah.
in a relationship. I guarantee he does.
No doubt. Okay, so that was more than a year ago. That was October of 2023 we had that conversation. Fast forward to today. Please welcome Stephen back to the Jeff and Jen Morning Show.
Hey.
Hey, how we doing?
I don't know. How we doing?
Yeah, how are you doing?
He sounds a bit exhaling, like he took a deep breath.
Yeah, well, I screwed up. I know that now. Angela is a genius.
Well, she's a genius. What'd she do?
Yeah. Well, I ended up in a relationship after speaking with you guys, and I thought, it was exactly what I wanted. A woman that was really invested in a relationship, and a woman that wanted to spend all kinds of time with me. Unfortunately, I realized that's kind of exhausting and smothering. It's just way too much. I realized that you have to have space and time to do personal things. You cannot just be all encompassed into one person.
It is a lot.
That's so funny.
But I love you. Why can't we hang out all the time?
Oh, you don't need to spend time with your friends.
No.
Be with me.
Well, did she not have other stuff going on in her life, like I don't know, job? Just stuff to occupy at least part of her day?
She did. Our schedule was identical. We had identical hours. So when she was home, I was home.
Right.
Oh, and expected to spend every moment outside of work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
I did start thinking about Angela. And I gave her a call recently. I apologized to her, and I told her about my breakup, and I asked her out for coffee, and actually we've been dating ever since. And
Really?
yeah, she couldn't have been right.
What'd you do? Just totally fall on the sword? Were you like, oh man, I just was. I mean, at the beginning of the call, you said to us that she's a genius. Did you tell her that?
I did. I just kind of, was just very polite. Luckily, we parted amicably, and I just kind of just said I made a big mistake, and I had something that I thought was special, and I probably shouldn't have squandered it away, and if she could ever forgive me.
He sounds like he's still going through it, man. I love it.
Honestly, I don't know that I could ever do that.
What, go back and
No.
say that you were wrong?
Well, acknowledging that I was wrong, but I wouldn't be like, will you take me back? I just don't have that in me.
Will you take me back?
No. I
You
know.
would lob the ball and see if they.
I would say, Jen, I feel bad about the way that ended. You are absolutely someone that I, admire and respect. I was so wrong about you. And not that you need to hear this from me, but I hope you know just what an amazing, independent, beautiful woman you are. And thank you for the lesson that taught me.
And then are you sitting there hoping that I go, oh, Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you for saying that.
He's not going to say it, so you better.
Forever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really getting an insight to what it was like to date you just from this conversation. I understand the frustrations now from Kristen. This is all coming very full circle for me.
But no, that's good. You put yourself out there and she took you back.
Yeah.
And of course, now she can lord that over you for the rest of your life.
Will you just be okay over there for the
She
love?
might. She might.
Of course you will.
So what's your dating life like? I mean, how much time are you spending with Angela? I mean, are you full in on this relationship where she does her thing and you do your thing? And how much time do you actually spend together? And what do you do together? And what do you do apart?
Well, it's not crazy scientific. It's me working on building, trust in myself and having self-confidence, not
Right.
worrying about what she's doing. So it's a lot more on my end. And a majority of the time, we are working through it and building a relationship together.
That's great.
So where is she right now?
No, right now she's at a Pilates class. That
She's out
teaching.
living her life, Rich.
She's getting a personal
That's what she's
massage,
doing.
right? I'm having a me day.
Yeah.
Is she doing something by herself that you would not want to do together?
So, yes, she is.
Yeah, you're not into Pilates.
No, yeah.
But that's good.
All right. Well, we're happy for you.
Thank you very much.
And please give her our best.
I will. Thank you. Nice to hear you guys
And
call and catch up.
No, happy to, but I appreciate you come back on Second Date Update Week.
Okay, great.